Good morning, students. Today we will start a fresh chapter from civics. Okay, so open your book, page number 223, and the chapter is state government. Today we will discuss about the state government. Okay, so what is the name of our state? Our state name is West Bengal. We live in West Bengal state. So we also have one government in West Bengal, and we will discuss that state government today. Okay, our country is governed at three levels: local, state and central. We have studied about local government in class 6. Now we will study about government at the state level. Every government fulfills legislative, executive and administrative function. So our country in India, there are three levels of government. One is local, and the state and the central. Okay, local means like you are living in Pradhan Nagar in Siliguri. So that Pradhan Nagar is a local government. You will have panchayat or municipality. These are the local governments. And the state means our state is West Bengal, so our state also has a government, that is state government. And the central means India as a whole. Okay, and all of you have studied local government in class 6. So today we will discuss about state government, and whether it's local government, state government or the central government, every government has to fulfill three criteria, and that is legislative, executive and administrative functions. Every government has to fulfill these functions. Okay, now state legislature. Just as we have House of People or the Lok Sabha at the national level, every state has a legislative assembly or Vidhan Sabha constituted of members, MLAs, elected by the people of that state. So we have Lok Sabha in center. Okay, and in state we will have state legislature or legislative assembly or Vidhan Sabha. We can call it whether it's a state legislature, legislative assembly or the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, that is, and the member of these Vidhan Sabha are called MLAs. Whoever we give our vote to the person and he becomes the member of Vidhan Sabha, then they are called MLAs. Okay, in state level. And in central level they are called MPs, member of parliament, or the member of Lok Sabha, they are called MPs, capital M, capital P. And the member of Vidhan Sabha are called MLAs, member of legislative assemblies. Okay, in addition to the legislative assembly, some state also have another house similar to the Rajya Sabha. This Vidhan Sabha is also called Rajya Sabha, and in few states you will find another house, and they are also like Rajya Sabha. Okay, it is called the Legislative Council or the Vidhan Parishad. Legislature that have both the legislative assembly and the legislative council are called bicameral, while those that have only one legislative assembly are called unicameral. So sometimes you will find in a state there are two types of houses. Okay, one is legislative assembly and another one is legislative council. So if you find these two types of houses in one state, then that state will be called as bicameral. And if you find state with only legislative assembly, then that state can be called as unicameral. Most states have unicameral legislature. Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh have bicameral legislature. So these states have two houses. Okay, legislative assembly and legislative council. These Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, they have two houses. That is the reason they are called as bicameral legislature. Now legislative council. The legislative council or the Vidhan Parishad is also called the upper house. The size of the state legislative council depend on the total strength of its legislative assembly. So we have discussed that if you find two houses in one state, then that state can be called as bicameral. Okay, one is Vidhan Sabha or the Legislative Assembly, and the another one is Legislative Council. Now the another Legislative Council, its member will be depend on the members of the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, according to the Vidhan Sabha, the strength can be calculated as per Vidhan Sabha. According to the constitution, it cannot be more than 1/3 of the strength of the Legislative Assembly and not less than 40. So if you have two houses in Legislative Council, Legislative Council, the members should be 1/3. If you have 100 members in Vidhan Sabha, then the Legislative Council should have 75 only. Okay, and not less than 40. At least 40 members should be there in Legislative Council. These are we are talking about the two houses, okay, in one state. One is Vidhan Sabha, another one is Legislative Council. Another house is called Legislative Council. We are discussing Legislative Council, and the Vidhan Sabha is very, very important for state. You will find Vidhan Sabha in every state, but in few states only you will find Legislative Councils. The composition, however, is not final. The final composition is decided by the Parliament. The Legislative Council is a part nominated and part elected body. Nearly 5/6 of the members of the Legislative Councils are elected and the remaining 1/6 are nominated. Now, there is a difference between elected and nominated. Okay, elected means when the common people used to give their vote, then that person will be elected if he or she wins through majority. And nominated means the elected members or the senior officers, sometimes they used to nominate, like for example in your class also, when we say that these two students will be the monitor of the class, then that becomes nominated. Okay, but when I say now these two children should be the monitor of the class, how many of you will agree to this? Then you will give your vote. That is called elected. I hope all of you have understood this. Okay, so the member of the Legislative Councils are partly nominated and partly elected. The common people are only indirectly involved in the election of the council. The electoral college for the council election comprises local authorities, teachers, graduates and MLAs. Each of these groups make up different council constituencies. Thus, the local authorities constituencies elect 1/3 of the member. The graduates and teachers constituencies elect 1/12 each, and the MLAs elect 1/3 of the council member. The remaining seats are filled by people nominated by the governor. Usually renowned persons from various fields are nominated to the council. Now, the member of this Legislative Council, they cannot be elected directly by the common people. Common people are only involved indirectly in the election of these members. Okay, so in this election, in the election of these MLAs, or the member of this Legislative Council, they can be elected by local authorities like teachers, graduates means those who have completed their studies, or MLAs and authorities. Okay, so we have to, each of these group makes different council constituencies. Okay, they will make a group and then they will decide this person will be elected as a member or this person will be nominated as a member. Okay, so every whether it's authorities or a teacher or graduates, they used to elect from themselves, or they make a group, and the person who were the head of the groups, or they decide if he or she wanted to be the member of that council, so they will be elected. Okay, and few of the members are elected by the or nominated by the governor. Okay, so usually renowned person from various fields are nominated to the council. Renowned person means a famous person. The council elects its chairman and deputy chairman from amongst its members. The council is a permanent body that cannot be dissolved. Now the chairman, the head of the assembly, and the deputy chairman, both of them can be elected from within the members. Okay, whoever are the member of the Legislative Council, from among them only two persons will be elected, one as a chairman and another one as deputy chairman. Okay, and this Legislative Council is a permanent body, it cannot be dissolved. Members are elected for a term of 6 years. Every second year, 1/3 of its member who complete their term retire. Election are then held to fill up these states. Now the person whoever will be nominated or elected as a member of the council, they will be in office for 6 years. Okay, and every year, in every second year, few members got retired because their term finished, their term of 6 years will be finished and another election will be held. So that this is the reason this council will never dissolve. It is a permanent body. Now to become a member, a person needs to be a citizen of India and have her or his name on the voters list of the state. She or he should not be below 30 years of age and should be mentally sound and financially not bankrupt. Now, in order to become the member of this Legislative Council, the person should be the citizen of India. He cannot be an outsider. Okay, his name should be in the voter list of the state. Voter card, you must have seen your parents' voter card, right? So if your parents have a voter card, then that means your parents' names is enrolled in the voter list. Similarly, in order to become the member of this Legislative Council, the person's name has to be enrolled in the voters list. Okay, and in order to be a member, that person needs to be above 30 years of age, 30 or above that, not below than 30, and should be mentally sound. Mentally sound means he should be perfect, or he should not have any diseases, mental diseases. Okay, and financially not bankrupt, means financially not poor. Okay, so this is called Legislative Council. In our next class, we will discuss about Legislative Assembly.